She screamed, "I don't need your permission for anything." When I asked her not to go on a trip with her, she screamed, "I don't need your permission for anything." When I asked her not to go on a trip with her ex, I told her, "Fine, because you don't have it anymore." And I moved out while she wasn't there. She came home and found empty closets and a note. I, a 29-year-old man, was washing dishes when my girlfriend, Scarlett, 28, dropped the bomb on me. We had been together for 3 years and living together for 1. "So I'm going to Cabo next weekend," she announced while looking at her phone. "Oh, that's nice. Who with?" "Just a small group. Mandy, her boyfriend, and Vince." I stopped scrubbing. "Vince, your ex?" "Vince, yes. So you're going on vacation with your ex-boyfriend?" She looked up from her phone, annoyed. "It's a group trip, Isaac. Don't get weird about this." "I'm not getting weird. I feel uncomfortable with my girlfriend going on a beach vacation with her ex." "God, you're so insecure. Vince and I are just friends now." "Then why wasn't I invited?" She rolled her eyes. "Because you hate beach trips? You literally complained the entire time in Miami." "That was true. I got sunstroke. But still, Scarlett, I really don't think this is appropriate. Can you please not go?" That's when she exploded. She threw down her phone, stood up with hands on her hips in full drama mode. "I don't need your permission for anything. I'm a grown woman. If I want to go on a trip with friends, I'll go." The words hung in the air. Permission. Like I was trying to be her father instead of expressing a reasonable boundary. "You're right," I said quietly. "You don't need my permission." "Exactly. Thank you for finally." "Fine," I continued, "because you don't have it anymore." Her face went from triumphant to confused. "What? Did you hear me? You want to act like you're single? Then be single. Go on your trip." "Isaac, don't be dramatic. It's just a vacation with your ex, who you dated for 4 years, and who you only broke up with because he moved. That was years ago. He came back 6 months ago. You've been texting since then." Guilty silence. "I'm done, Scarlett. Go to Cabo. Have fun." She laughed. She actually laughed. "You're gonna break up with me over a trip? Seriously, I'm not breaking up with you because you think my boundaries are optional and prefer screaming about permission to having an adult conversation. You're bluffing. You always give in. Watch how I don't." I walked to our bedroom, technically my bedroom since the apartment was in my name, and started pulling her things from the dresser. "What are you doing?" She followed, her voice getting higher. "Helping you pack." "No, stop. You can't kick me out. I live here. You stay here. Your name isn't on the lease. I have rights. You have 30 days, but since you'll be in Cabo this weekend, you better start soon." She changed tactics, went from angry to soft. She touched my arm. "Honey, come on, let's talk about this. Maybe you could come to Cabo too. Now I'm invited." "How convenient. I'll tell Vince you're coming. He'll understand." "No thanks. I don't want to ruin your reunion tour." "It's not like that." "Then what is it like, Scarlett? Explain to me why you have to go on this trip with your ex." She pulled back her hand. "I don't have to explain anything to you. You're not my guardian." "You're right. I'm not. Not anymore." The next few hours were tense. She alternated between fury and manipulation. "You're overreacting. This is emotional abuse." "Fine, I won't go. You're so controlling. I chose you. Doesn't that matter? This means nothing." That last one made me laugh. If he means nothing, why is this trip worth more than our relationship? There was no good answer to that. She finally gave up around midnight and grabbed an overnight bag. "I'm going to Mandy's. When you come to your senses, text me. Don't hold your breath. You'll regret this, Isaac. No one else will put up with your jealousy issues." "My jealousy issues? You're literally choosing a vacation with your ex over our relationship." She slammed the door. I sat on the couch, processing 3 years thrown away because she couldn't understand why I'd feel uncomfortable with her going on vacation with Vince. The same Vince she'd cried over for months after their breakup. The same Vince she still liked every Instagram post from. My phone buzzed. It was her. "I hope you're happy. You just threw away the best thing in your life." I didn't respond. Instead, I started planning. She wanted to go to Cabo. Fine, but she'd come back to reality. Her flight left Thursday. That gave me 5 days to handle business. Time to make some calls. Update 1. Cabo weekend. She actually went. She actually chose a beach trip with her ex over our relationship. But I wasn't sitting around moping. I had work to do. Thursday, moving day. The moment her plane took off, yes, I checked the flight tracker. I got to work. I hired a TaskRabbit moving company. I told them exactly what to pack. Everything in the closet that wasn't mine, her bathroom stuff, her work desk, her books, her kitchen utensils, everything. I took photos of every room before and after. I wanted proof that I didn't damage anything, that I didn't take anything of hers. I packed it all neatly and labeled. I took it to a storage unit, paid for a month, put the key and information in an envelope, and I deep cleaned the apartment professionally. Changed the sheets, rearranged everything, even changed the furniture layout. By Thursday night, it looked like a different place. My place. Friday, Scarlett started posting photos from Cabo. Her, Mandy's boyfriend, and Vince. Lots of Vince. A group beach selfie. Vince's arm around her. Dinner photos sitting next to Vince. A sunset toast. Her and Vince clinking glasses while Mandy took the photo. Nighttime hot tub photo. Her in a bikini bikini, Vince in the background. The comments from our mutual friends were interesting. So cute. Where's Isaac? Isn't that your ex, girl? What are you doing? She didn't respond to any. My friend Marcus texted me. Marcus, dude, have you seen this shit? Me, I have. She made her choice. Marcus, what's the plan? Me, it's already done. She'll find out Sunday. Saturday, I called my landlord Greg first thing in the morning. I explained the situation. Me, she's not on the lease. Greg, no, she never was. Me, am I giving proper notice? Greg, 30-day written notice is ready. If she chose to go on a trip after I told her to move out. Greg, say no more. I'll have maintenance change the locks. Technically, she's abandoned the property. By noon, new locks. By 1 p.m., I'd updated the door camera system, added an extra security measure, and changed the door code. Saturday night, the photos got really interesting. Scarlett at a club grinding on Vince. A full make-out session on her story that she deleted after an hour, but not before I screenshot it. Mandy texted me. Mandy, Isaac, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it would be like this. She told me you were okay with the trip. Me, she told you wrong. Now, you're sharing a room. I'm so uncomfortable. Mandy, it's not your fault, though I appreciate you telling me. And they said they were just friends. Sunday, return. Her flight landed at 6 p.m. I was at my friend's house watching the door camera feed on my phone. Yes, Petty, I don't care. 7:23 p.m. She arrives, tries to use her key. Doesn't work. Tries again. Looks confused. Tries the door code. Nothing. She calls me. I don't answer. Text message. My key doesn't work. Me, that's no longer your key. What? Me, check the flower pot by the door. I'd left an envelope there inside. The storage key and information, her official 30-day eviction notice, and a simple note. You don't need my permission for anything. That includes living here. Your stuff is in storage unit 247. You have 30 days to make arrangements. Isaac, the door camera, caught her face perfectly. Shock, rage, disbelief. A thing of beauty. She called 27 times in the next hour. I didn't answer any. She left 15 voicemails. Here's the summary. This isn't funny. Open the door. Isaac, I'm serious. Let me in now. You can't just lock me out. I live here. This is illegal. I'm calling the police. Please, it's not what you think. This means nothing. You're my boyfriend. I'm going to sue you for everything. Where are my things? The storage is locked. Give me the code. I have nowhere to go. You're a psychopath. Honey, please, let's talk. I made a mistake. Fine. Answer the phone. You'll regret this. She actually called the police. They showed up around 9 p.m. I expected this, so I came back to the apartment with my documentation ready. Officer, sir, we have a report of an illegal eviction. Me, here's the lease showing only my name. Here's the written 30-day notice I gave her. Here's proof her belongings are safely stored. She left for vacation after I asked her to move out. Officer to Scarlett. Ma'am, are you on the lease? Scarlett, no. But officer, how long have you been away? Scarlett, just a weekend trip. Officer, where are your belongings? Me, storage unit 247. She has the key. Officer to Scarlett. Looks like you were given proper notice. This is now a civil matter. The look of betrayal on her face when the police sided with me was priceless. After the police left, Vince showed up. The ex, trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. Vince, dude, this is really messed up. Give her back her stuff. Me, her stuff is in storage. She has the key. Vince, come on, man. Don't be like this. Me like what? Single? That's what she wanted. Vince, look, nothing happened in Cabo. I just pulled out my phone and showed him the screenshot of them kissing. Vince, that was we were drunk. Hey, good story. Still not your apartment. Goodbye. Try to get tough. If I don't leave, then I call the police again. You choose. He left. Scarlett was crying in her car. Real tears. The same woman who screamed she didn't need permission was sobbing in her ex's Honda Civic. Current status. Scarlett is staying with Mandy, who's apparently embarrassed by the whole situation. She's been posting about narcissistic exes and illegal evictions. Vince is already back on dating apps. Mandy's boyfriend showed me. 3 friends have contacted me saying Scarlett asked them for money. Her stuff remains in storage, prepaid for 30 days. The best part, she's telling everyone I kicked her out for no reason and that I'm controlling and abusive. But Mandy already told all the gossip to our friend group about Cabo. Tomorrow I'm going to detail the car. She had a key to that too. Need to handle it. I'll also meet with a lawyer friend to make sure I'm legally covered. She wanted to act like she was single. Now she is, with her ex who apparently doesn't have his own place either since he's crashing with Mandy. It's beautiful to watch. Update 2. 2 weeks later, the level of audacity has reached absolutely astronomical heights. When the initial shock wore off, Scarlett went from victim mode to total warfare. First, she tried to control the narrative. She posted a long essay on Facebook about escaping abuse and toxic relationships, painting me as a controlling monster who isolated her from friends and monitored her every move. The problem, our mutual friends knew better. The comments started rolling in. Girl, you just posted photos making out with your ex in Cabo. Isaac isolated you. You went on girls' trips every month. Toxic? He literally paid for your coding boot camp. She deleted the embarrassing post within hours. Remember I mentioned I had to handle a car? Well, Monday morning I go outside and my car is gone. I panicked for about 30 seconds before remembering she had key. I check my tracking app. Yeah, I have LoJack. The car is at Vince's apartment complex. I called the police, reported it stolen, gave them her name, the situation, showed them the registration in my name only. They went and got it back. She tried to tell them she was just borrowing it, and I was being spiteful. The cop told me she actually said, it's basically my car too. I drove it all the time. That's not how ownership works, Scarlett. Tuesday, I noticed strange activity on my Netflix, Hulu, Spotify. She's still using them. Changed all the passwords immediately. 20 minutes later, a text from her mother. Her mom, Isaac, honey, Scarlett can't access the streaming services. Can you fix it, please? A grown woman sent her mother to ask about Netflix. Me, hi, Mrs. Chun. Scarlett and I are no longer together. She'll need her own accounts now. Mrs. Chun, but she's having such a hard time. Me, a hard time she created by going to Cabo with her ex. That hard time, radio silence. By day 10, she still hadn't picked up her stuff from storage. Why? Because it's too expensive to move everything. She wanted me to 1. Pay for the movers, 2. Let her back in to sort through her things, and 3. Store it for free indefinitely. Her lawyer, yes, she got one, sent a letter demanding I return her property to the shared residence. My lawyer's response was magnificent. Property has been safely preserved and made available to client. Client has key and access. No further accommodation required. Here's where she really crossed the line. She called my workplace, my job. She told the receptionist she was my partner and there was a family emergency. They pulled me out of a client meeting. I called her back from a conference room with HR present. Smart move on my part. Me, what's the emergency? I need to talk to you and you won't answer my calls. Me, that's not an emergency. That's harassment. I'm going to be homeless. Me, you've had 2 weeks to find a place. Vince and I broke up. A plot twist I didn't see coming. Apparently, once she didn't have my apartment to crash at, Vince remembered why they broke up the first time. Something about her being too demanding. HR wrote up a report. It told me to document everything and let them know if she contacted work again. She went through our entire friend group trying to find a place to stay. The stories she told were incredible. To Ashley, that I cheated and she caught me. To Jerome, that I was abusive and controlling. To Maria, that I kicked her out without notice while she was at work. To David, that I stole her inheritance. What inheritance? The problem was she told different stories to everyone, and they all talked to each other. The group chat was on fire. Ashley, wait, he cheated? She told me she went to Cabo with Vince. Jerome, abusive? He paid her student loans last year. Maria, no notice? She literally posted she was going on a trip after a fight. David, what inheritance? Her parents are both teachers. As of today, she's sleeping on couches of acquaintances. She posted a GoFundMe to escape domestic abuse. She raised $15. She still hasn't picked up her stuff from storage. Vince is telling everyone she's crazy. Her mother called me again, asking if I'd reconsider. But here's the kicker. Remember Mandy? Scarlett's best friend whose boyfriend was on the Cabo trip? Well, Mandy contacted me yesterday. Mandy, Isaac, I need you to know something. Scarlett planned that whole trip to make you jealous. She thought you'd cave and beg her not to go. When you didn't, she thought hooking up with Vince would make you fight for her. She literally said, watch how he comes crawling back when he sees the photos. I'm done with her. She used my vacation as a manipulation tactic. I screenshot that message and added it to my evidence folder. A legal update. Her lawyer sent another letter, now claiming illegal eviction and emotional distress, demanding 3 months rent, moving costs, and $10,000 in damages. My lawyer's response included the lease in my name only, her text saying, I don't need your permission for anything, a 30-day notice, screenshots of her Cabo post with Vince, a police report stating no crime was committed, and her text admission that she chose to leave. I haven't heard from her lawyer since yesterday. The storage place called. Her unit was overdue. Don't want to pay to extend it? No. Follow your abandonment procedures, which means in another 30 days, if she doesn't pay, they'll auction her stuff. She has 2 weeks left of my original 30-day notice. After that, if she tries to show up, it's trespassing. I already gave security her photo. The woman who screamed she didn't need permission is now begging everyone she knows for permission to sleep on their couch. The woman who chose a vacation with her ex over our relationship is now single and homeless by her own choice. I'm sitting in my apartment, watching my TV, living my drama-free life. Turns out when you cut toxic people out, everything gets better. Who knew? The next update will probably be the last. We'll see if she gets her stuff from storage or if it ends up at auction. Either way, I'm good. Final update. 1 month later. The conclusion to this saga is exactly what you'd expect from someone who never learned that actions have consequences. She never picked up her stuff. Not in the 30 days I paid for. Not in the additional 30 days the storage facility gave her. They sent certified letters, called her, emailed her, nothing. So last week they auctioned it. Everything she owned except what she took to Cabo. Furniture, clothes, electronics, photos, all gone. That's how I found out. She tried to blame me on Instagram. My toxic ex let them sell all my belongings. Everything my grandmother gave me is gone. Pure evil. The comments were brutal. Girl, you had 60 days. Didn't you you have a key? Why didn't you pay the $50 a month? This is what happens when you choose the *** over stability. That last one was from her own cousin. Oof. Remember how Vince dumped her as soon as she became inconvenient? Well, plot twist. She started dating someone else. Someone Scarlett knows. Her co-worker, Penny from her last job. Scarlett found out when Penny posted a photo of them at the same resort in Cabo. Caption: making better memories with better company. The meltdown was spectacular. Scarlett went on a comment rampage, calling Penny everything. Penny's response? She posted their text conversation from months ago where Scarlett was trying to get Penny to cover for her while she met Vince during work hours. Even better, turns out Scarlett was fired from that job for, wait for it, timesheet fraud related to those meetups. 3 weeks ago, Mr. and Mrs. Chun showed up at my building. Security called me up. They had Scarlett's photo, remember? I met them in the lobby. Mr. Chun, Isaac, we need to talk. Mrs. Chun was crying. Real tears. Me okay. Mr. Chun, we didn't raise her to be like this. We're ashamed. She told us you were abusive, controlling. We believed her, and now she's been lying to everyone, even us. Mrs. Chun, she told us you threw away her things. We gave her money to replace everything. And we found out about the storage unit. Mr. Chun, she had 2 months to get her stuff. 2 months. And she spent the money we gave her on Botox and a trip to Las Vegas with some new guy. Me, I'm sorry you're going through this. Mr. Chun, we're cutting her off completely. She's 28 years old, acting like a teenager. We're done enabling her. They apologized profusely and left. Haven't heard from them since. Last week, an unknown number calls me. I normally don't answer, but something told me to pick up. Sobbing Isaac, it's me. Please don't hang up. Me, what do you want, Scarlett? I'm pregnant. I laughed. I laughed out loud. Me, no, you're not. Yes, I am. It's yours from before Cabo. Me, Scarlett, you have an IUD. You literally complained about cramps when you got it changed in January. Silence. Me, plus, we hadn't slept together in like 6 weeks before Cabo. You were always too tired or not in the mood. Remember? More silence. Me, even if you were pregnant, which you're not, it would be Vince's or whoever you're with now. There's no one else, she whined. I'm alone. I'm homeless. I have nothing. Me, you chose this. At every step of the way, you chose this. I made one mistake. One. Hey, let me count. You chose to plan a trip with your ex. You chose to scream at me about permission. You chose to go on a trip. You chose to hook up with him. You chose not to pick up your stuff for 60 days. You chose to lie to everyone. You chose this. Click. I hung up. Where is everyone now? Scarlett, last I heard through the grapevine, she's living with some guy she met on Tinder who's apparently wealthy. He drives a leased BMW. She works part-time at a makeup store, still posting about being a survivor and a phoenix rising from ashes. Blocked by half our old friend group. Completely cut off from her parents. Vince, still with Penny. They seem happy. He dodged a bullet, realizing she was too demanding. She didn't have my apartment and resources to lean on. Me, thriving. Got promoted last month. Turns out being drama-free improves work performance. Started casually dating. Nothing serious yet. I met a nice woman at a coffee shop who appreciates clear communication and boundaries. Went to Costa Rica with the guys, living my best life in my peaceful, drama-free apartment. The lessons, looking back, the red flags were there. She never wanted to discuss boundaries, just demanded I trust her. Always played victim when anything was pointed out. Thought consequences were for other people. Really believed she could act single while keeping relationship benefits. The funniest part is she created every single consequence herself. I didn't force her to go to Cabo. She chose it. I didn't force her to hook up with Vince. She chose it. I didn't force her to ignore the storage unit. She chose it. I didn't force her to lie to everyone. She chose it. All I did was stop enabling her choices and stop protecting her from consequences. Yesterday, one last call from an unknown number. I know you hate me, but I wanted you to know I'm getting married. I showed you. I found someone who actually trusts me and doesn't try to control me. We're moving into his place next month. Have fun being alone and bitter while I live my best life. You had your chance. I didn't respond, but I laughed. Marrying someone she's known for what? 3 weeks? Moving into his place. I bet she's not on that deed either. Good luck to that poor bastard. I hope he doesn't ask where she's going when she plans her next girl's trip to Cabo. As for me, I'm sitting in my apartment, about to head out for drinks with friends. Tomorrow, I'm helping Marcus move into his new place. Life is good when you surround yourself with people who understand that trust is earned through actions, not demanded through manipulation. To everyone who said I was too harsh, where'd I be if I'd caved? Probably paying for her next Cabo trip while she texted her ex from my bed. Sometimes the best revenge isn't elaborate. Sometimes it's simply letting someone experience the natural consequences of their choices while you move on with your life. Thanks for following this wild ride, Reddit. Remember, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. And when they scream, they don't need your permission. Take them at their word. Peace out.